Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of my torso sculpt for Scott Eaton's digital figure sculpting class. Today we're just going to talk a little bit, not about the sculpt itself, but about staying motivated and keeping up with your work as an artist. I find this is a very hard thing to talk about and to actually do for myself. Not only because we all have excuses like school and work and everything, but just sitting down in front of the computer or in front of the easel, whatever you want to do, and just putting in the hours is the only secret to, getting better. Most people sometimes ask me like, oh hey, can I do brushes, or what do you use to do stuff? I don't use customized brushes or anything. I use just the default ones. Sometimes I change the alpha or something like that in ZBrush, but nothing that's, you can't do with it. It's just a clay brush. The things that I would say help people get better as an artist is just sitting down every day, at least 4 hours of just sculpting or doodling or something, and maybe like 1 or 2 hours of learning something new, whether it's anatomy or whether it's perspective or foreshortening or even color. This is something that even I've been guilty of. I barely spend anywhere close to that amount of time. Over this next week is spring break for me and by college, though I'm actually gonna see if I can do at least 4 hours a day of ZBrush or something. I might not upload all of it because uploading editing takes a very long time, but I want to see how much better you can get in a year by doing 4 hours a day every day. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do for the next year. But I want to talk a little bit about staying motivated and staying focused today. Becoming it's easy to, everyone talks about how hard it is. It's not hard to become an artist or to do the work. It's really just about spending the time doing it. Every day everyone wants to do something, go hang out with friends, go I don't go drink or do parties, but let's say play a video game or play an MMO like World of Warcraft or Elder Scrolls Online. It's fun to do those things. Everyone wants to do those things, but if you don't just spend the amount of time and just the work effort now, you're never going to make it in the future. The way I look at it is, well, my biggest motivation is fear, which is not a good thing to say, but my biggest fear is not making it and coming out of college with no job offer or anything like that, and then having to work at a place where I just go in every day and do the exact same thing. I don't, you don't work every day working towards a goal like getting a game out there or finishing a character or finishing an advertisement. You just be going in there every day, have a giant list of phone numbers to call and call them and see if they need resupplying of whatever nonsense, Or worse, working at like a big franchise like Walmart or something. I'm not saying there's anything bad at those jobs, but it's just not for me or any artist. I think everyone wants to make it, and everyone wants to know the secret, but I honestly think it's just putting the amount of effort into it. There's a couple of YouTube channels that talk about how to become a professional artist or just motivation. Until staying focused, learning stuff. Until recently, I've listened to them, but I've not actually stopped and considered what they actually say. They say work like 4 hours a day, every day for 2 years, and you'll be good enough to get a job in the gaming industry or something like that. And well, that is probably true when I actually test it out. I also believe that exposure is another thing you need. You need that and people skills on top of being a good artist. you can be the best artist in the world, but if people don't want to work with you in a group, or if you're not open to criticism or feedback, no one's gonna want to rehire you. You know, they might hire you once and get the job, but when you get let go or the game gets released and you have to find a job somewhere else, those people are gonna go to those new companies and bring who they want to bring. Well, I'm not speaking from experience, being that I'm only a college student and my basically second year of college. I haven't even done any of my 3D classes. I'm just kind of doing self-studies right now. I honestly think that even in our freshman classes, you just do in speech or English, you do group activities, and I feel that you go to college not to learn art. You learn not from what the teachers say, but your own research and your progression through doing the assignments. But another thing you learn in college is how to work as a team, how to accept and give criticism to people. There's always that one guy where you give him a little bit of criticism and he just goes crazy or just completely shuts down. And that's no way to learn or progress or anything. So that communication skills, being able to accept criticism, and being motivated and focused on the current activity you're doing is what I think it takes to become a successful artist. And just to re-illustrate the point, I go to college. There's a lot of people who are in all my classes who want to be game designers or concept artists or animators, and they all have the passion to do it. Almost none of them that I've seen has the drive. And the difference between passion and drive is the passion, I feel like, is the person really likes video games. He wants to do that for a living. He wants to either make them, design them, or play them, whatever. But none of them have or are currently spending the time that it takes to work in the industry. They all want to become, or they want to work in the video game industry, but none of them have even learned or tried a 3D program like Maya or ZBrush or Mudbox even, or anything like Blender. It doesn't even matter. The other one is motivation. It's once you have the passion for something, the motivation is just sitting down and spending time doing it. At first everyone hates it because you see these amazing things and then you try to do it and it just comes nowhere close to it. You almost fall flat in your face. It's like you see an amazing digital painting from a guy on YouTube and you try it and you can't even draw a stick figure. You're just getting all the colors wrong, everything's just messing up. It's always hard. You want to compare yourself to that person because that's what it takes to get into the industry. What you're not understanding is the amount of time and patience that person has put into it, just slaving away, becoming who they are. Everyone, when they start off, thinks that, oh man, just they can do it and I can't do it. They have something. They have the talent. And while I believe talent helps, it's not, no one starts off and just is that good. That's impossible. It's just with people that spring up out of nowhere. It might just be because now all of a sudden they have the means or the courage to submit their work online. People just don't just come out of nowhere from the woodworks and, oh hey, this is my first 3D model and look how fucking amazing it is. That's not how it works. I might be mean, but from what I've looked at, it's like you might be the best person in your college at a certain thing, but that doesn't mean you're going to get into the industry. There are thousands of colleges all over the United States. And if you're not, spending the time or the best in the class or, one of those things, you're just not going to make it. You need to just sit down every day and work on it. I mean, I've not been doing this. I'm not, preaching here saying I've been working 4 hours a day. I've worked with ZBrush for 4 years, and I've probably spent, if I worked 4 hours a day, I've probably spent, I don't know, 2 or 3 months actually working in the program. like full days. I spend nowhere near the amount of time it takes, but I'm starting to understand that that's what it takes to get anywhere into the industry or just progressing as an artist. So that's why I've started, doing a lot of tutorials. And I want to quickly talk about, like, you get a book or a tutorial from Barnes & Noble or from Amazon, or it doesn't matter. When you get it, you can look through it, and that does help, or watch tutorial videos. But what you should do is, for every hour of tutorial you watch, you should spend 4 hours trying to copy what they're doing, follow along. Not only do you retain at least triple the amount of information, you gain experience in the program, and you learn how to tackle different situations in different ways because of the way the person doing the tutorial has taken. Like, if they're modeling a gun or something, you might take that same method and model a house or armor on a character because of the steps they took to model it. Like how to start out with like a basic shape and then add detail and divide meshes and how to keep a good topology. So just a couple things that I wanted to talk about today are those. I also wanted to just talk a little bit more about what I plan to do in my channel. So like I said, I'm going to spend the next week working at least 4 hours a day. I might not be able to upload all the videos because it takes a long time to edit it, especially when you do voiceover on top of it. But maybe at the very least I'll do turnarounds of the models that I worked on, just a quick 2-minute thing or something like that. But I want to do that. I'm going to be doing a lot of face models, face sculpts, because I feel like that's a weak point most people have, including myself. Ryan Kingsland, the founder of ZBrush Workshops, once in one of his lectures talked about how if you can sculpt a face, you'll make, you get paid and get that much more opportunities than the guy next to you who can sculpt really well or model everything. But the face is the thing that most people will look at. That's how you read emotion, that's how you read the character. So yeah, where was I going with this? I don't know. So yes, so yeah, okay, what I'm doing on my channel. So I'm just sculpting a lot of faces. I'm going to be, continuing with this anatomy course and everything else on top of that. But what I'd really like to do is have other people come on and just talk about topics in 3D, artists and stuff, and ideas people have while we have someone's model working in the background. It'd be cool to have have a weekly thing like that, or just to answer questions, or just if anyone has any reference or something they want me to attempt at working on, I'll do that for free, because it's practice. So I'm going to be doing a lot of figure sculpting, face sculpting, and a lot more. What I've recently been doing is, well, in the past couple years, I've been doing a lot of monster and creature sculpting. While there's a good skill to have, I've been doing it mainly because, subconsciously, I think it's because of my lack of understanding of anatomy. It's easy to make a creature, oh, it's got strange anatomy, oh, it's because he's a creature, but it's like, does he have 2 legs? Does he have 2 arms? Okay, he should have some sort of resemblance to an animal or a human being anatomy-wise. So I want to focus a lot more. I want to go back and basically build the foundations of really good anatomy, really good structure, forms, planes, and then after I've made a couple full figure sculpts of humans, then I'll distort it and add wings or whatever, and then make that then become some sort of creature. I'm not sure if you can hear it in the background, but it seems like whenever I start recording, I start to do construction in the background, which sucks, but I'm just gonna have to go through it. So that's just a quick update on what I'm doing on my channel. I recently sculpted a sculpt. Recently did a quick bust of Alfred Hitchcock, which is a producer of I don't know what. Just looking through famous people's faces and I saw his and it looks cool. So I'll be uploading that in a little bit. It's only like a 5-minute video. I lost half the video because of the way I was recording it. I still have, like when I record stuff using ZBrush, I have a problem with it that it puts all the memory onto my C drive, which is very small because it's a solid state drive. So like all the video memory. So whenever that thing gets full, it just completely ruins the video. I can't get it to save the video on my other hard drive until I actually stop the recording and then save the video. So what I have recently done is I got a new program called Open Broadcast, which is just a free screen capture or screen recording software. So I'll be filming from that perspective from now on. So that should help with the recording and editing out videos, because I'd say only about half, maybe a little bit more of the videos that I actually record I can upload to YouTube, because they'll almost just get corrupted for some strange reason. I don't know why. And this way I can also do other programs like I've recently been messing around with Alchemy, which is just like a funny drawing program and stuff like that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if anyone has any questions or wants to get in contact with me, you can do it through my email or just comment down there. I'd be glad to talk to anyone or answer any questions about anything if I know what I'm talking about. So thanks for watching, and see you guys later.